Okay guys, so before I give you a sneak peek at what I typically would eat through a day, or just on this day, because it will vary from day to day, I was just going to tell you kind of initially going into the day what my goal would be. So my goal for the day, I'm currently trying to gain weight, so I'm going to try and be in about a 200 to 300 calorie surplus. So I figure I burn about 2,400 calories a day with just my normal light activities. And then I go and I'm going to plan to swim a mile, which will burn about 500 calories, and that'll be in the afternoon. And then in the morning I'm going to go train with weights, and that'll probably burn about 500 calories. So that puts me probably at about 3,400 calorie maintenance. So I'm going to shoot for anywhere from 35 to 3,700 calories on the day, kind of just depending on my activity level and how hungry I'm feeling. So that would be my goal. I don't track my exact macronutrients, my grams of carbs, fat, and protein. I just try and keep a broad perspective on calories, and I make sure that I'm getting some dietary fats in and a lot of good protein in me. And when my activities level is high as mine is, and I'm so young, generally I'm not too sensitive to carbohydrates because I will be burning them throughout the day. So I don't worry too much about my exact macronutrients as long as I'm getting enough calories in and feel that I'm getting a solid amount of protein and healthy fats into my body. So that's going to be my approach going into today. So as you hear me talking about calories throughout the day and my meals, and they're going to seem kind of high in calories perhaps, there's easy ways to adjust them to down the calories and make great tasting healthy meals that are less calories, but I have to get in that many calories in order for my body to build muscle at the end of the day rather than have to try and eat itself alive. So that's my goal for today. Okay, so I just got back from the gym about half an hour ago, and this is going to be my post-workout shake or meal replacement. The video for my chocolate peanut butter banana pancakes will be in the description, but this is going to be about 700 calories. There's about 2 tablespoons of Nutella on there, and then half a banana, tablespoon of honey, and the pancakes. So there is my first meal of the day. Now I'm on what I consider my real breakfast, and this is going to be, I think, about 700 calories because I kind of just do the math mentally as I go along. But I have a cup of egg whites and 1 whole egg, then a fat-free cheese slice, and some vegetables, so that's going to be about 250 calories. And I have some oatmeal, about a third a cup of oatmeal, a tablespoon of peanut butter, cooked in almond milk, and some cinnamon and stevia on top of that. So that's going to be about 250 calories, so that's 500. Then I have a fruit smoothie, which is, it's pretty good sized. And all that's in that is about 7 ounces of Greek yogurt and about a cup of strawberries, so that's going to be about 200 calories. So this is going to be about 700 calories. I have probably 1 of 2 lunches, or later I'll have a snack before I go swim laps. But what I have here is some quinoa, or quinoa, however you want to pronounce it, and some avocado sliced. I have half an avocado. And there's about 5 or 6 ounces of chicken breast in there, topped with some salsa, and then I had some frozen mixed vegetables that I steamed and put in there. So you're going to need I have about 200 calories worth of quinoa, which is similar to rice. And the avocado's a healthy fat. That's going to be, it's half an avocado, so it's probably going to be about 120 calories. My 5 to 6 ounces of chicken breast is going to be about 150 calories. So we've got 200 from quinoa, 150 from chicken, that's 350. I got about 50 calories worth of frozen vegetables in there, that's about 400. The avocado's about 120, and then about 30 from that salsa I put on there. So we're looking at about 550 calories here, which is a pretty low-calorie lunch considering it took up my entire plate. And if you wanted to reduce the amount of quinoa you used or not use the avocado, you could reduce calories in this even more. About a third cup of oatmeal with about a half a scoop of chocolate protein powder, some cocoa powder, some cinnamon, because cinnamon's a natural fat burner. That's my goal in swimming, as well as just keeping up on cardio and being healthy. Then I have a banana sliced and kind of laid around the edges to look a little bit fancier. But this is going to be about 275 calories, and it's going to give me good energy and help me get through a good workout, as well as these carbohydrates will help sustain my protein, and my whey protein will help to repair my muscles as I'm getting into this whole swim. I just got back from swimming, and I'm only kind of doing this to bring up a point. I'm having a cup of Trix cereal with a cup of milk and then a small ice cream sandwich, and this is to address cheat meals. Cheat meal is like when you go out to eat at Taco Bell or something, and they're not going to accurately measure what they put on your burrito, so you can't be sure of exactly how many calories are in that. With this, I know exactly how many calories were in a cup of milk and a cup of Trix. I know exactly how many calories are in that ice cream sandwich. And sure, I would just refer to this as not being very smart with your dieting, because you're not getting as many nutrients as you would maybe through some different foods. But it's still, at the end of the day, as long as I'm within my nutrient boundaries, this isn't going to make or break me. It's just not going to fill me up as much as something else would. Typically, post-workout, I'll either have my protein pancakes, but usually I just have those after I work out in the morning. Right now, I'd typically have oatmeal with a scoop of protein powder, or like a fruit smoothie with a scoop of protein powder. But this is what I'm going to have today, my dinner. What I have here is about 6 ounces of salmon, which is awesome. It's not something I typically have access to. But my dad actually just got back from a fishing trip. So I have that, and then I have a half a cup of refried beans, some sauteed vegetables on a bed of lettuce with some salsa. This is going to be lower in carbohydrates than my last few meals. It's probably going to run me around 400 calories, but as you continue through your day, you're going to want to aim more towards protein and start to reduce your fat and carbohydrates. So that's going to be my dinner, and this won't quite round out my calories, so I'll probably have a few more snacks before I go to bed, but I'll keep you posted on that. Okay, so I'm outside, and this is kind of just like kind of to round out my calories. I don't really snack on like popcorn or chips or anything, just because they're generally just unhealthy fats and carbohydrates. So these are some healthy low-carb chicken nuggets, kind of. I'll make a video on the recipe if you'd like to see it. But these are only going to run me about 250 calories, and typically I would dip them in like a couple tablespoons of barbecue sauce, but we're all out, so I don't really know what I'm going to do. But that is that for now. Okay, so throughout the course of my day, I almost always try and set aside 200 calories to get my casein protein before I go to bed. And if you don't know what that means, you should check out my protein video and the various types of protein. But this is going to run about 200 calories and round my total daily calories out to 35 to 3,600-ish. And that's going to be what I have before I go to bed. Okay, so that's going to sum up my day, pretty much showing you what I've eaten today. And like I said, it's not going to be the same every day, but I will just try and get in solid amounts of protein and keep a broad perspective of how many calories I've eaten. Some really serious fitness models or bodybuilders will keep track of the exact amount of carbohydrates, fat, and protein they've taken in during the day, and that's called tracking your macros or macronutrients. And I don't take it quite that seriously. I just try and keep an idea of calories. But another thing I wanted to throw out at the end of this video is I eat a lot of small meals throughout the day, and that's just because I like to eat. And I don't really like to stuff myself to the point where I just don't want to move, but I like to feel full throughout the day. But really, if you don't have time to sit down, like right now I'm in the middle of summer, during the school year I don't have this freedom. So if you don't have time to sit down and eat a bunch of little meals throughout the day, you can make just a couple big meals, because meal frequency really isn't going to matter that much for your gains. There's tons of different theories on that. And for me personally, I think that timing your meals, like post-workout and pre-workout, can enhance your goal or your gains a little bit, but they're not going to make or break your results. So just remember that as long as you're getting the correct amount of nutrients in you by the end of the day, it's really not going to matter when you take in your meals. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope this gave you some ideas. If there's anything you saw in this video that you wanted to know how to make, just send me a message or leave a comment. Hit the like button, please. And the protein pancakes I had for breakfast, the link to that video will be in the description down below. Thank you.